us today.
Hi, I'm Donna.
I'm Greg.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Please have a chair right there.
Thank you very much. Oh, the resume for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me today.
All right, great. Can you tell us a little bit why you're applying for this master's degree teaching position combination?
Yes, I'm very interested in intercultural opportunities and studying and being immersed in a different culture while advancing my education career. I've been pursuing different opportunities around the world to do that, as well as get global experience. Teaching in this setting would be very beneficial because not only are you learning and growing, which I would prefer to go towards a doctorate in the future, it would open that door, but it would also allow for me to be in a culture I've never experienced before, as well as stretch me as an individual. So,
And which concentration were you going to do? Business, education, or development?
the development. I recently partook in a community development conference, which grew my interest a lot, which changed my course here at High College.
All right, well, let's talk about the teaching part of this a little bit. You're going to be placed in a university to teach English. Have you had any experience teaching TESOL before?
I have worked previously in Baja, California, Mexico, Ensenada, and we ran our individual teaching English courses with different organizations and churches and lower developed communities. And it was a big treat to see the students grow and excited about learning English, because it's an important language coming up in the future. So,
What did you like most about teaching?
primarily seeing kids experience it. When they experience English, it comes so much quicker than an adult seeing frustration. The kids get excited and be able to experience that, and the opportunity, because the television they receive is in English primarily. So then they start understanding the little shows they watch, and especially with the teams that would come down and help, they started to be able to interact. So it's a big joy to see.
Okay. You mentioned Ensenada, and then you have here as you had an internship there. Can you talk a little bit more how this was set up? You were there 2 years solid, or you would travel in and out, and not real clear what was going on there?
It was hard to explain. I would work every summer for the last 4 years, and it would be in segments. First term I was there for 5 months, and then following the summer I was 2.5, and then I took 2 years off before going to college. And so during that time I would go back, raise funds, then go and return and work with this organization that was teaching English, serving underdeveloped communities and providing opportunities.
Okay. And then your undergrad degree is in intercultural.
Yes.
And so how did your education prepare you for moving into something cross-cultural like this education / job opportunity or something in the future? If you could give one example of a course, something you learned in your coursework.
To speak upon the community development aspect, we went to North Carolina recently in the past semester, and during that course, as a team, we explored every facet of community development and what it looked like in the States and in an international setting. Through that, I was able to make connections and learn from people that were outside of the school and people that were on the field. Most of them were doing anthropological studies and exploring how to experience culture from their eyes and walking in their shoes. And being a part of that course, it allowed me to learn how to enter a culture in a fashion that was respectful and productive as well.
Okay. And then your internship, what is something that you've learned through those years of going to Mexico? Let's take away from that helps you cross a culture, into a culture.
I think from my experience being there, it's how to relate to people that are from a different culture. Just entering into households, eating meals, walking with them, being a part of their work environment, and entering into their schooling. The family that I was working with were putting their children through the education process, and being able to help with that and take them to school and be a part of their education. Well, so I was able to see so many angles of a different culture that you don't see just from traveling.
This is just a question to take that just a little bit further. If we take you now out of Mexico and put you in China in a big city, in a big university where you don't know anybody, you can't speak to anybody, and you have to live on your own, how are you going to do?
I am a very independent individual. I came out here from the West Coast and lived on my own for many years now, and it's been quite an experience of learning how to adapt to situations and place yourself into a different culture. I went and lived down there and experienced how to make friends and be invited into families and take part. Especially for a Chinese culture, I've developed a real tight-knit relationship with the Hmong community here, and one of my professors has offered me friendships with other cultures of immersing me into a town in Chinatown during one of our courses, cross-cultural adjustment, and just living with a family. And then during that course we lived with a Vietnamese family, and being able to see how the family structure is, how that works, and then learning how to live in that while doing education. It's very exciting and enticing for me to enter into a realm and an atmosphere like that, to try to shape myself. I really enjoy being stretched and encountering new situations. So I think I would succeed and excel in that environment.
Okay, all right. I think our time is about up here. Do you have a question for us?
Yes, I'm interested in what's the long-term goal after the education process is finished with the degree. Is it an extensive job opportunity coming out of that, or is it just to train and equip students for the future?
The main focus of this is the master's degree that you do receive, though the uniqueness of this is while you are receiving that master's degree coursework, you are in China and you're building relationships, you're building opportunities, connections, networking, and so on. Very likely there would be future work there, but that would be done on your own just by the connections and the networking. There are lots of opportunities for teaching and working in China through different organizations, but that would be completely on your own.
Excellent.
And hopefully we would have equipped you to do well in that.
I hope so. I'm looking forward to the opportunity to exploring this opportunity with you guys. And yes.
Well, thank you for coming in.
Thank you very much. I didn't get your guys' last name?
Staples.
Nice to meet you. Thank you very much, Katie. Take care, and I hope to hear from you guys soon.
All right.
Food out there.